Hey guys, this is Casey Foster with netcodego.com, and this is a little introduction to the premium video that we're releasing this Monday. As you can see, we've been releasing a free premium video every Monday for the last few weeks, and this is going to be something we're going to continue to do along with our premium video we're releasing every single day, and just a little content schedule change that we started in 2014. So anyway, this is a video made by Frozt. He's obviously an invite player, been playing for a really long time. Always a top player, always on top teams, multiple EC invite lands, multiple international lands. This is a video he's made on Inferno. He's primarily an opper, so this is a video he's showing you a lot of the angles that he uses on Inferno for opping. Go ahead and check it out.
Hey there guys, this is Frost for netcodego.com, and today I'm going to be covering something that's a little bit more advanced. It has to do with angling and positioning, and I'm going to be going over some of the stuff on Inferno, but it really can be applied to any map you play on. And what it is taking unusual angles, aggressive angles, and wide angles when holding spots. Now, as many of you may know if you played Source, this game has some interp and peeker's advantage. What peeker's advantage is basically when you peek a corner, like this one, or jump peek it, like such, the person peeking will always have the advantage over the person holding the angle. So if I'm holding a corner like this and someone peeks this angle and is ready for it, and are quick enough, they will always have the advantage over the person holding the angle. So how do we remedy this? Well, if we take this corner for example, this is an unusual corner, but I played it a lot to know how people play it, so these are some of the ways I feel like it should be held. Now, after going through your standard smokes and nades and such, people tend to execute after them, right? So how I like to play it is a little bit differently than how other operators would play this. Let's wait for the smoke to go. But anyway, the gist of it is you don't take the angle that most players are expecting. If you're going for an angle shot like this, you're trying to out-reaction the player that's going to be peeking. And lots of times players in this game, to counter getting shot at, they'll shoulder peek it. They'll do things like this, try to bait an op shot or a rifle shot out of you to figure out where you're at, okay? So if I'm playing this angle, what I like to do is play like this. Notice how it seems like I'm exposed and I'm in the middle of nowhere, but what this angle does is it allows me to peek this guy and see his hands or his op landing here. So if he jumps like this and tries to peek this and I'm over here, I can see his gun before he sees me. And this counters a lot of the things he's going to be trying doing with me at this corner. If he tries to bait that gun out and that shot from me, I'm going to be able to shoot him here, or at least wide peek him. So if he jumps there and posts on me, I can see his gun in hand, and this allows me to strafe left and off him, or at least have the advantage on him knowing that he's there before he sees me. Now it looks really risky to stand right here because you're thinking, okay, flashes and stuff, but it's a calculated risk. And this game is about calculated risks and taking when they're necessary, and not overextending yourself. When you play here, you may be exposed, but the thing is, it's not that big of a distance to fall back. If I get flashed here, it's not that big a deal for me to just strafe left and jump. It's worth the risk for me, knowing that he's there, rather than trying to go for a reaction one-on-one shot in this little crack here. So I hold here, and you don't know how many times I'll catch players jump peeking here, so I get a free shot at their hand, or they think I'm just not there, so they peek out, and where am I standing? I'm standing right there. And how many players actually pre-aim this spot right here? I'm just standing right here. So that's just one such angle you can play. I mean, this applies on a lot of maps, but this is just at Banana. I tend to do this with smokes a lot too. I'll show you guys another spot here that I do it with. But here at Arch is another perfect example. I play like this, and a lot of operators play like this. But what's really the advantage of playing here? You're just going for a reaction shot. If another op is ready, or you get flashed, it's easy for them to just post up on that little crack. So where do I like to play? I like to play here a majority of the time. Right in the middle of the open. If I get flashed, it's not such a big deal for me to just hide in the cubby. Or even just jump out. or even just take a pop shot. If I get flashed and I take a shot, there's a good chance I kill someone. But again, it's about putting yourself at these unusual angles instead of angles that people traditionally peek. If I'm standing right there, no one's expecting an op like that. No one strafes and peeks an op like this. So you're in position to get that kill early on. It's also a good angle to peek boiler from. As you see, when someone comes out of janitor and boiler, they peek right here. They're not expecting someone to stand right there. And the same concept applies to a lot of the smoke grenades in this game.
Throwing smoke.
If I see a smoke there, look at this unusual angle you can play. Who's really expecting angles like this? I mean, it's a calculated risk from a flashbang, but well worth the risk if they're not expecting that free shot. And oftentimes you can make the game end up in a 4v5 in your favor. And at the end of the day, this game's about getting easy kills and frags for your team, allowing for you guys to go up in a numbers game. Being in a 4v5 situation is a huge benefit to your team, and if you just make the game easier on yourself by playing unusual angles,
Laying down smoke.
it puts you guys at a huge advantage. A common smoke people do is off that wall, and then look at this angle. It's common to get spammed here. I'll often play spots like this, but if it's worth the risk, it's worth the shot, you know? When you're playing aggressively, it's good to get in these kind of angles as well. Another example on this map is a smoke off here. And a lot of times I'll throw the smoke right off the bat, but I won't actually use it. Why do I play it like this? Because I want to gauge if the other team is, you know, spamming through the smoke, trying to catch someone walking down. And I'll usually keep throwing the smoke, and then mid-match, 1 out of maybe like 10 rounds, I'll actually use it. So they get used to kind of the smoke being here, and they stop clearing it. And then once you have that smoke there, you can take an aggressive angle with your off and play like right here. And if you're 10 rounds in and you're throwing the smoke every round, they're not going to expect an off to be here. And again, it's just a free kill for you as they walk up alt mid. Again, playing with an op is a lot different in this game. You got to realize that it's not quite as good as it was in the previous versions of the game. So you have to play a little, you know, mind game with the other team and give them give yourself easy kills to give your team the advantage. Some other angles I like to play with the wide peak are angles like this. Because when teams come around the corner, they tend to peek like this. Or right here. So if they come around the corner like this, and they peek like that, and you're standing right here, what kind of shot does that give you? They're basically not even aiming. It's a free kill. Worst comes to worst, you get flashed, and you jump across. It's just about weighing odds and calculating which risks are good enough to take.
Alright guys, hope you enjoyed that video. I think it was pretty informative. I don't op myself, but did learn quite a few things from Frozt himself. If you guys like that, make sure you subscribe to the channel and check out our other videos, as well as come back next Monday, or actually this coming up Monday, for another free premium video. Thanks, bye.